You made it. Here. Finally. Checked out of office to check into the sweet views of that place you've always wanted to go. You know the one. It's nice. Even the kids like it.
This place is so cool.
And they never like it.
Mom, can we go to the pool?
Look at that. Not even asking for the Wi-Fi. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hollywood Improv Lab. Make some noise. Now, without further ado, let's get this show started. Welcome to the Story Smash Storytelling Game Show. Please welcome the creator and host of Story Smash, Christine Blackburn.
Hey! Welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. My name is Christine Blackburn. Are you ready for some true stories? All right, you guys, let's reveal the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel, including pandemic, drunk tank, breaking up, hooking up. And there's also a space that says free. If the contestant lands on free, they can choose any topic on the wheel. And there's 3 spaces that say audience. And if the contestant lands on audience, and they always do, then you guys can shout out your favorite storytelling topics, and our expert judges will choose one of those topics to become the contestant's story. All right, you guys, speaking of expert judges, let's bring them on the stage right away. All right, you guys, this first judge is a novelist and a screenwriter. He's an artist and a producer. He's best known on his work of Seinfeld as both a writer and a co-executive producer, and he coined the phrase, yada, yada. He coined the phrase double dipping. Do you hear me? And this guy, he coined the phrase sponge-worthy. He was and is a freelance writer for the New York Times, GQ, and Esquire. And if that's not enough, he is the author of this book right here, Me as Well. It's a novel. And he recently published another novel called Please, what's it called, Peter? I forget the name of that next book, but anyway, he is amazing. Please welcome the amazing Peter Mehlman! All right, you guys, this next judge coming to the stage, she's a comedian and a writer and an active and a native New Yorker, an actor. Her half-hour comedy special called Can't Say Slut is streaming right now on Amazon Prime. She recently created and starred in her award-winning web series, Bitter Homes and Gardens, with David Koechner and Billy Cardell, which is based on her extremely dysfunctional marriage to Larry Clark. Please welcome the very talented Fielding Edlow! Woo! All right, you guys, our final judge coming to the stage. He's a writer who wrote on Modern Family, its entire 11-year run. He also is the author of this book I hold in my left hand. He started it, My Twitter War with Donald Trump. This guy has won 5 Emmy Awards, and he'll never let us forget it. Please welcome Danny Zuker! Well, here we are again at the Hollywood Improv playing Story Smash. So great to see you, Peter Mehlman. It's been a couple of months.
Yeah, I even forgot to use the mic. So.
Yeah, you even forgot to use the mic. And Fielding Edlow, this is the first time she has judged this show. But she is also a sassy New Yorker, and I think she's going to do okay.
I'm thrilled to be here.
I'm so glad you are, Fielding. Danny?
Well, it's hard not to see Fielding as a contestant. She was a contestant on the show.
Yes.
So in a way, I think we're all judging her tonight a little bit to see how she does.
Well, to be fair, she won that show.
She won the shit out of it.
Yeah, she won the shit out of it.
Yeah, no, you were funny
I
as...
feel like I'm the star tonight.
No, you really are.
So you feel like this was a promotion?
Maybe. Watch my web series.
All right, well, to refresh everybody's memory, in case you don't know, we are playing 3 rounds of the show tonight. Round 1 is a true 1-minute story.
Oh.
So they come up, they spin the wheel, whatever it lands on, true 1-minute story. Round 2, guess what? Twice the fun. It's a 2-minute story.
Math.
And then the third round, the judges are going to have the very difficult time of choosing 2 contestants to come up and play the third round and tell a true 3-minute story.
Often it's very easy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, the contestants need to watch their time, because Sid is on sound tonight, and the contestants need to watch their time, because if they go over the allotted time, they're going to hear this. And then their story's over, and we go right to the judges. So watch your time, you guys. And the judges are scoring on 3 things: the ability to stay on the topic, the time,
and swimsuit.
And swimsuit. That's right, swimsuit. And also, this is very exciting. Fielding, you might remember this. There is one contestant from the audience that comes on and plays. Grab your microphone. Yeah.
Rookie mistake right
Rookie
there.
mistake. It happens. It's all right. And anyway, that person's going to come up and tell a true story as well. So when that happens, we're going to be very kind to them, because it's hard, isn't it, Denny?
It's very hard to come up on stage with all these fantastic storytellers from the audience who are driving in.
Yeah.
Who probably have no talent. It's really difficult.
But you never know. Peter, you feeling good?
Yeah.
All right, you guys, let's start this show. The first contestant coming to the stage. Oh, look at this.
Very enthusiastic.
All right, you guys, this contestant is an LA-based musician and a stand-up comedian. When he's not performing and recording music or in jail, he spends his time nursing feral kittens, socializing them, and getting them adopted. Please welcome the very talented CM Gorham! Woo. All right, you guys, let's tell him what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Oh my. If a different contestant came up, I wouldn't feel as good as I do right now.
Wow.
He landed on audience, and I think he can handle it. That's what I'm thinking. Audience. So let's take some suggestions. You guys, what story topics would you like to hear? What?
Flower.
Blow or pot, okay? Johnny Depp is playing. No, I'm kidding. Who? Johnny Depp. That's a whole, no. Candyland.
Wow, what a rich story you could tell about Candyland.
Chutes and ladders.
Board games as a general
Board
topic.
games as a general. What else, guys?
That's a metaphor.
Come on, God.
Getting wet. It's happened before. It'll happen again. What else, guys? One more. Come on. Tequila. What? Locked out. Traveling. Locked out.
Getting wet.
Candyland.
Hey, CM, is there one of these that appeals to you? I'm looking for a good story right out of the gate.
How about Locked Out?
Let's do Locked Out.
Oh,
Locked out. Give him a big round of applause, you guys. Come on. This is not easy. Big round of applause.
So, if you guys can tell from the light right here, this side of my face looks smooth and it's beautiful, and this side it's got bloody. It's got a bloody gleam to it. It's because I found myself locked out. I'm house sitting a place, very very nice house, and I thought that I'm by myself with a few dogs that I would go and celebrate. Just I don't know, being with dogs, because that's something to celebrate, and. Found myself drinking a little too much and then thinking it was a good idea to go roam the neighborhood. And I don't remember much after that. And I had a friend who got me the job. He got a call very, very late from the police. They were asking, hey, is he house sitting in this place? And he gave the confirmation. I got inside and I went outside on the backyard and I fell and my head went through a flower pot. And so, yeah.
Okay. Stay here, CM. All right, that was a 102. It landed right on one. It was a good story. It was a good time. Danny Zuker.
It wasn't a good time.
No, you're okay. You're all right.
Well,
Danny?
First of all, I loved you in Clerks. And I just thought you were so good. And love that Kevin Smith lost all that weight. No, that story had everything. And by everything, I think one thing. It started with you getting locked out. It ended with you on a flower pot. I would have liked another surprise, but there was some danger about you, man. There's like a danger. Like I thought, what's the end of this story? Like, is it going to end in something that we're going to have to report? And so that was pretty good, man. So I give you 58,000 points.
58,000 points is an awful lot of points. What were you going to say, CM?
I was going to say that I'm a little worried. If anyone knows how to get blood out of white pillowcases, I would love to hear that.
Okay.
Don't know
I'd like to revise. 8 points.
Peter Mehlman.
Very David Lynchian. You know, and I'm a huge David Lynch fan, so you know, it was almost kind of like Mulholland Drive, you know, except, you know, I don't really want to see you in the gay scene as much as those two. Anyway, you know, from the movie.
No, there was a hot lesbian scene in
Anyway,
that movie.
Hot.
Yeah.
It's really hot.
Just to spell it out for everybody.
Yeah, very mysterious kind of David Lynchian story.
Yeah,
and,
I liked it.
I liked it.
All right. Fielding Edlow.
I didn't see Clerks. I loved you in the Pineapple Express part 2. Thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, and just to say, my husband's completely bald, so I really appreciate your thick mane. I'm not hitting on you. Relax. Okay, so I enjoyed it. It was just a bit of a thriller, like an amuse-bouche of a thriller to me.
Yeah.
You think? I'm just trying to impress the fuck because everyone's judging me. I really enjoyed it. I thought you really was strong right out of the gate.
All right.
So, yeah, lots of points.
Awesome.
Enjoyed it. I did not enjoy it. It wasn't a good time, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it afterwards.
Well, you look.
I'm glad that it happened.
Well,
now.
we have a very high tolerance for other people's pain.
Yeah,
So,
we enjoy that.
I'm just so high.
Again?
Yeah, sorry.
CM
Get
Gorham,
off the
let him
stage.
hear it. Let him hear it. CM Gorham, nice play. Way to start the game. You
And
know.
there's also nothing wrong with being bald. I mean, Fielding's doing a great job.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
No, I'm not
all right.
yet.
All right, you guys. Here's where it gets very exciting because guess what? I just pulled the audience's name or the audience's slip. The slip that says audience. Jim Coughlin, come on up. Let Danny Zuker choose who the contestant is on Story Smash tonight. Who's playing, Danny?
Okay. Person playing Story Smash tonight is Michelle Malizaki.
Michelle Malizaki. Come on up, Michelle Malizaki. You are playing Story Smash. All right, you guys, let's give her a lot of love because this isn't easy. Tell her what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Oh.
It's a good spin. Oh, she landed on audience as well. Isn't this exciting?
Audience.
She landed
and
on
audience
audience. Do you have a story about audiences? All right, you guys. What do you guys want to hear? What stories you want to hear?
Lockdown.
Car chase. What's that? First day at work. That's a good one. Car chase. First day at work. Murder. How I got to L.A. Florida. What do you think?
I want to hear how you got to L.A.
Oh, okay.
Is that a good story? No? Would you prefer of any of those? Was there one you really liked?
Candyland?
Candy. I was just like
Had something
gobbling
spicy.
on salad, so I got like tomato.
She needs some water.
What's happening?
Michelle, I got to say, I know you haven't started, but I don't have high hopes.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
great.
But
Low expectations.
well, yeah. What was any of those topics?
I could talk about the first job story.
Let's do
Okay,
that
first
one.
day on the job. All right,
first
give
day
her a
on-
lot of love, you guys.
So my mom got me the first job ever of my life. It was a call girl. I was 15. I know. My mom's like, oh, I got you a great job. It pays cash. $80 for 45 minutes. I'm like, what? That's a nice amount of money. So I was 15, and my mom and I went to this little minivan, and we got inside, and there's an old man, and he was a politician, and it was during the election season. Not election season. And I had to say, こちらは県会議員候補の久保寺邦夫の宣伝カーでございます。Then I got $80, 45 minutes. Yes, that was my first job ever. Thank you.
Wow, Michelle Malizaki. What in the world?
What the fuck?
Peter Mehlman, take it away.
So I guess comedy was kind of a lateral move for you. Wow. It's a great story. I don't buy it, but great story, well told. Yeah. Do I have to give a score?
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I touch your zucchini?
Whoa. Hey now, things are getting unacceptable. Wow. Okay, all right. Fielding Edlow.
I mean, are you a moth story champion? Like, I feel like you should go straight to the moth. Like,
Oh, you think?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
no, I mean, it's like I've seen Gia Girl Interrupt. Like, this is real. This is real shit. Like, you're the messenger tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect 10.
Perfect 10. All right. And as a reminder, there is no scoring in this show. As a reminder. Danny Zuker.
I was wrong. I'm a big enough man to admit that I was wrong. You got to that mic, and I thought, holy shit, this is going to suck so hard. But you did not suck so hard. You did the opposite of sucking so hard. You blew so hard.
Well, I'm good at sucking and blowing, so.
Anyway, I don't know, 69,000 points.
That's a lot of points. Let her hear it, Michelle Malizaki. Way to play the game. Way to play the game. That was very exciting. Get the hell out of here. All right, you guys. The next person coming to the stage. Alrighty. This contestant, she is a public transit blogger. She writes for Tales from the Bus. And she's a 2-time Moth Story Slam winner herself and a frequent participant of storytelling shows and contests here in Los Angeles. She is also a linguist, fluent in English, Russian, and French, and she works in post-production. Please welcome Katya Duft. Katya, come on up, sister. All right, you guys, let's tell her what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Oh my God! She landed on audience. I know it happened, Danny. It's not my fault. That's what happened.
It's just crazy.
It's so exciting. She landed on audience. You know, all of a sudden, the playing field has been leveled.
Leveled.
Anybody have any suggestions?
Well, maybe.
Transit stations? Translation. What would you guys like to hear? Right
Jim
over here.
Coughlin.
What? Cats? Oh, cats. Okay, sure. Cats are good. Anything?
Christine.
Polyamory.
Ooh, big word.
Polyamory, cats,
I just
hotel
wanted
rooms.
to, suggest maybe if she wanted to do the same, pedophilia category as
Oh, damn.
as Michelle.
What do you think?
I
What
don't
do you
know.
think?
I'm sort of like, because all audiences, does one of those, I've given them... Oh,
I do have a pedophile story.
Oh, she has a pedophile story.
I think we've proven. I think we've proven tonight that it's super funny.
I think we go with that. Pedophiles. Let's do it. Katya Duft, you guys. Give her a big round of applause.
Got it. Weird.
All right.
Awkward, but okay. So when I was 16 years old, my mom asked me to go visit an old family friend and take some stuff to his house, which I did. And he tried to kiss me, and he tried to hug me, and I'm like, excuse me, you are one of my best friend's father. What's your problem? And he said, don't tell your parents. So I run home, and I do tell my parents. And my parents say, you're a teenager, you're over-sexualized. He just gave you a friendly hug. What are you talking about? There is no way in hell. 2 weeks later, he's about to go out of town, and my mom said, take some stuff for him to go out of to take out of town to our friends. And I'm like, Mom, are you serious right now? Second time, he'll do it again. And Mom was like, nah, you're just a teenager. You're making stories up. So I go second time, he does it again. And second time, I just punch him, I run home, and I tell my parents, promise you'll never talk to him again. So my dad kept his word. He never talked to him until the day he died. But my mom invited the guy to tea 2 days ago, and she said he's now old and sick. I felt sorry for him.
Wow.
The end.
Now that is a story. She landed on exactly 1 minute. I couldn't even catch my breath. Fielding Edlow.
I mean, hi. She's the Erin Brockovich of tonight. Thank you.
I
You
mean-
punched him. I'm
Good
furious.
on you.
I'm inspired. I was entertained. And I thought it was absolutely just a pièce de résistance.
Wow. Those are...
That's a lot of languages.
That's a lot of languages. Peter Mehlman.
God, I feel like I'm at Penn State.
You pen. Thank you.
No,
For the
Penn
pedophilia.
State. About myself.
Get with the joke.
We get it, you're Ivy League.
I'm going to go home.
That was a great story.
Thank you.
Well told, and I just love the little twist at the end about your, like your mother having him over. It's almost like, like a coda to the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's too kind.
Yeah, and
That's her problem.
Yeah.
And it just happened. She just had him over 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Wow. Your mom.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it, but oh well.
Well, look, at least you got a story out of it.
Yeah. You got that. Danny Zuker.
I mean, I want to. I'm going to be texting my daughters tonight and just telling them both that I love them. That's a wild story. And without judgment, your mom is horrible.
I know. That's exactly what I told her.
A monster.
Where did this story take place?
I love my mom, but seriously, in Russia.
Oh.
Oh my
My
God.
mom's Russian Ukrainian. That's already a problem right now.
Oh my God. In Soviet Union, child molester comes to you.
Yes.
So Yakov Smirnov, everybody.
That's the theme of the night.
Anyway, that's an amazing story. Beginning, middle, and end. You're obviously very skilled.
Thank you.
The most points.
Yeah, lots of points.
Yeah.
Katya, how does your mom feel about the war going on in Ukraine? I'm dying to hear this.
Oh God, so we have relatives in Ukraine, in Crimea, in all the problematic areas, and her being half and half, she's like, I cannot even think about it or talk about it because my mom already lived through World War II. She's in her 80s, and she's like, I didn't expect another war in my lifetime.
Yeah.
So when it started, both me and her were like crying on the phone to each other because it's messed up.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Horrible.
And yet the Ukraine girls really knocked me out.
Katya Duft. Let her hear it, guys. Katya Duft. Ukraine girl. That's very funny. All right, guys. I know who the person is that is in that bucket right now, so I'm going to call him out right now. All right, you guys. This guy was featured on X-Rated with Andy Cohen, which is now streaming on Peacock, as well as Queens Public Television. Queens Public Television. He has been known for his high-energy style of both joke writing and storytelling with soul. He's slowly making a name for himself all over the American Southwest, and only the American Southwest. Please welcome the very talented Ira Rousso! Woo! All right, Ian! All right, you guys, let's tell him what to do.
Spin that wheel.
It's a good spin. Oh my God, he landed on audience. No! This has never happened in the Story Smash history.
I've never seen it.
Danny, you played this game about 60 or 70 times.
I have never seen this. This is This is one of the signs of the apocalypse.
This is so exciting. We've landed on audience again, and this time let's take an audience suggestion from the bar.
They're too fucked up.
What do you got? What? No, that's not a story.
That's so meta.
Come on, get a story. Give me a story. Getting drunk.
Okay.
What? Rigged game.
Oh.
Topless and barefoot. A glitch of the Matrix.
Soup.
Carnival. Soup. Losing your virginity. Interessante.
I've given every contestant. We've given every contestant the chance to pick amongst them, so I have to make it an even playing field. Of those that we heard, is there one that hits you, Ian, Ira, Rousso?
I heard soup.
You want soup?
Soup. It's a strong topic. It's a strong topic. Give him a round of applause, you guys. Come on.
Last year I had two friends ask me to help them move in the same day, in the same 24-hour time frame. And one of them, he tried getting me to help them move by offering me soup like I was some stupid person who's easily manipulated. Like, he kept telling me, Jasmine made soup, we could pay you in soup. Come on, Ian, you love soup. And it was good soup, but goddamn, like, I can't. That wasn't even the first time I helped them move. Like, another time, they paid me, like, in Thai food, and they got upset. They started bickering because I ordered an appetizer. And, like I was like, you guys know I'm, like, right here. I can hear everything you're saying. All right.
All right, Ian, Ira, Rousso. He got the smash, but it was really right on the 1 minute mark. What do you think, Danny Zuker?
I mean, I'm going to ask the question I think everybody wants to ask here is, how you doing, man?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. That's all. I just want to make sure you're okay. And it's cool. Soup, you turned it into two moving stories. It was like you picked soup. There were a lot of great things, and you said soup because soup is obviously a rich area. That's why so much cinema and literature has been dedicated to the subject.
Yeah, there's not enough.
No.
Me, yeah.
Well, there's a real dearth of soup opinion.
Yeah, the Lento Diaries.
Yeah, I hear it's good food. Anyway, pick your points. I'm a little bit afraid of you. Go ahead.
Okay, Fielding Edlow.
I'm just riveted by your performance style. I mean, I feel like you're an enraged Fred Armisen or something. I want you to come over and just be my alarm clock in a weird way. Okay, my marriage is okay. Okay, so anyway, I'm into you. I'm into you, and I thought it was wonderful. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's
okay, that's good.
Peter Mehlman. Peter.
I gotta say, soup doesn't really seem like the best subject you could have chosen.
Yeah.
I don't know. You had a soup story. But anyway, I gotta tell you, Soup Nazi, most overrated episode ever. Anyway,
Did you hear that? He said the Soup Nazi was the most overrated Seinfeld episode. That's what he said. That's the man. It's no sponge-worthy.
This is real dialogue here.
Yeah. Anyway, soup and moving. Well, you seem like you're a good friend. I'll tell you that.
All right. I agree with that. You get points for that.
We agree.
Ian, Ira, Rousso. Let him hear it, guys. Ian, Ira, Rousso. All right, you guys. All four names are going back into the Story Smash Can of Truth. And we will begin the second round in just a moment. But before we do, I wanted to remind all the contestants that you're not just playing for nothing tonight. You're playing for my homemade chocolate chip cookies. Thank you. Thank you. And all the contestants tonight will receive a little baggie of cookies because that's how I roll. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, these fine vegetables came from my garden. My garden is en fuego, and I've got zucchini coming out of the wazoo. So the judges are taking home zucchini. See that? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, you can do that. Applause are free. We know this. Hey, by the way, the next show is June 25th. And Lindsay, our friend in the box office, she'll sell you a ticket tonight to the next show, June 25th. And let's give a big round of applause to Sid in the back. Sid, thank you so much. Brian at the bar. Woo! Jim Coughlin, right down here in front. Jim Coughlin. This show takes a tribe, it takes a village, and all that stuff. So thank you very much, everybody. And let's go ahead and pull the first name coming up for a true 2-minute story. And that contestant is Katya Duft. Katya, come on up, sister. All right, here she comes, Katya Duft. All right, you guys, let's tell her what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Drunk tank.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my. I guess today I just have to tell a lot of stories about my childhood. So when I was 11, I accidentally had my first drink and my second drink on the same day. I was in a skiing competition, and I had to wait up in the mountains when it was very cold for about 2 hours. So when my coach saw me, he said, "You don't look very good, you're blue. I think I'll give you a little bit of tea and cognac." And I'm like, "I'm 11 years old, are you sure?" He's like, "Yes. And then I'll personally drive you home, and I'll show your mom that you're okay." I said, "Okay." So I drink a little bit of tea and cognac, and I feel a little drunk right away. But I showed very good results. I think I finished second or something, which for me was a little incredible because I started late and I wasn't very good in the beginning. So he felt very guilty. So he took me home. My mom opened the door and he said, "The kid did well, but she is a little tired." Of course, he didn't tell her the truth. My mom looked at me and she said, "You know what? I don't like the way you look. I think you're catching a cold. I think I'll give you a shot of vodka and the rest. And the rest I will actually, I'll rub into your chest." And I was like, whoa, 2 drinks in one day. So she literally comes back with a shot of vodka. I drink it, and then she rubs the rest into me. And let me tell you, I've had the best dreams an 11-year-old can have. And when I woke up next morning, I had no fever or anything. And to be honest, I think I was the first in my class who had a drink. So I came to school next week and I'm like, "Kids, I had a drink." And kids are like, whoa, tell us how it is. And I'm like, "It's awesome. You have the dreams. And next day you wake up and you're kind of like you have a little bit of a headache. But it's kind of cool. I feel like an adult right now." And the girls are like, "Yeah, you beat us. We have boobs. We wear bras. You don't have anything just yet. But you're beating us. You already had a drink, bitch." Thank you.
Katya Duft. Wow, what a great story. Stick around. 1 minute and 52 seconds.
Wow.
It was a great story, Fielding Edlow.
What a fantastic... My God. I want to be friends with... What a fantastic story. I don't think your mother's a monster anymore.
No, she's
Danny.
kinda cool, huh?
She's a Smirnoff pusher. She's like pushing that. But I just love how connected you are to the story. I feel like we really learn about you. And I just think that was a wonderful story. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Peter Mehlman.
Such a great story. And I love how you bring these endings about. Like the ending always has a little bit of a twist, Mm-hmm. And I like hearing about, like what it's like to be drunk because I've never really been a drinker or anything.
Oh. Really?
So,
ew.
I never really...
You've never been drunk?
Not really.
Put a minute on the clock. I'm kidding. I would like to hear that, though. It seems...
Yeah. I never really did drugs either. Well...
Me either.
Once I did...
Me either.
Once I did mushrooms, but they were portobello. So.
Danny Zuker. Oh, sorry.
Look, that was a great story, but I mostly just want to give you a hug. You've had a terrible childhood.
Oh, look at this. And Danny has been known to do this. Once Danny kissed Larry King on this stage. So things happen during Story Smash. He did kiss Larry King on the lips.
And then he died, so I'm sorry in advance.
It's exactly right.
No, a great story. You have a beginning, middle, and end. That's
Thank you.
we writers here, we love that. So, mwah, chef's kiss.
Thank you.
Peter, anything else?
No.
All right, that's it. Katya Duft. Let her hear it, guys. Katya Duft. All right, well, that was very exciting. All right, you guys, coming to the stage right now for a true 2-minute story is our audience member, Michelle Malizaki. Michelle. Woo. All right, you guys, here she comes to the stage. Let's tell her what to do.
Spin that wheel.
It's a nice spin.
Probably.
Interviews.
Ooh.
Okay, so I am an actress, or want to be an actress, aspiring actress. So I had an audition for a movie called Last Samurai, and oh my gosh, the producers invited me to talk to them. And it was for a waitress in Japan in like Edo era, like the end of Edo era, like 175 years ago. I never waited in my life. I had no idea. I'm Japanese, but I'm trying to be American, drinking Coca-Cola, eating burgers. But the producers wants me to bring food, like a Japanese waitress from like geisha era. I'm like, I had no idea. So I'm like, okay, I'll do this. Here, have some dinner. And I got the job. Yes. I worked on Last Samurai. And they put, Japanese outfit on and everything. Okay, it's called kimono. I put it on and I look amazing. And I saw Tom Cruise. Hi, Tom. His trailer smells a little bit like poop. But we were in the same scene, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this great movie. I'm gonna be a star in Hollywood. I'm gonna get a star on that street over there, a boulevard. The movie came out. I was looking for me. It was supposed to be the beginning of the movie. It was replaced by a restaurant in America, not in Japan. My whole thing is left on the editing floor. Sad. So if anybody's booking me as something, anything, I could do anything. So thank you for booking me in advance.
Michelle Malizaki, right on 2 minutes. Great job, Michelle. Wow. Danny Zuker.
Question. Did you tell people before the movie came out that Tom Cruise's trailer smelled like poop? Because I have a theory if you did.
I try not to, but maybe I slipped.
Yeah. So one of the things you find with actors is that they don't seem to love being associated with the poop smell. Like the Amber Heard thing. Great. Another great story. I'm happy you weren't molested in this one. And, 50 million points. There you go. Good job.
50 million points. It's a lot of points. Peter Mehlman.
Imagine how that Scientology center smells.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Like xenopoop.
First of all, I really want to thank you for the education because I never knew how to pronounce Edo. I thought it was Edo.
Oh.
So, and that turns up in the New York Times crossword all the time.
Edo.
The stars are on Hollywood Boulevard. I just want to help you out here.
Oh, thank you.
What I really love in your story is the physicality. She really brings an extra dimension to it with all that physical, and she doesn't really have much room here.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really, really good story, and I'm sorry you weren't in that, incredibly mediocre movie.
Fielding Edlow. Fielding.
I mean, I really respect the hell out of you. I just need to say, you're telling the story, but it also could double as sort of a loose audition for industry people here. You know what I mean? Like, good for you, because they're probably here. Someone's on Hulu. Okay, so I just... Yeah, right? Like, go after it, girls. Shake hands after the... Okay, anyway, yeah, I again was riveted. The Tom Cruise, I'm going to be thinking about that for the rest of my life. Like, it's almost like Ethan Hawke had BO. I know that. I don't know why. I know this about Tom Cruise. Thank you.
Did he really? Ethan Hawke had BO?
My friend hooked up with him and was like, wow.
Too
wow,
bad.
That guy had major BO.
That's too bad.
But he's a good actor.
Yeah, Training Day.
Mary-Kate Olsen smelled like lavender.
Oh, Mary-Kate Olsen
you had
smelled
to bring
like
a positive
lavender.
bent. Oh, you had to be the archangel. Okay.
I'm not going to get sued.
Are we going back to pedophilia? Is that what you're saying?
Just no.
No, more poop humor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have two more. Thank you, Michelle Malizaki. Michelle Malizaki. Wow. A lot of energy, a lot of guts to come up here and entertain you people that way. I thought it was great. All right, you guys, coming up right now to tell a true 2-minute story is the one and only CM Gorham. CM, come on up, buddy. All right, you guys, here he comes. Let's tell him what to do.
Spin that wheel.
All right.
I want to do Blaine's bit, but I can't do it.
Interviews. He landed on interviews. This is exciting. Interviews. 2 minutes.
Since I've been living in Los Angeles, I have a couple jobs that I've been doing that I would never tell my mother about. One of the jobs that I have, you could go on cuddlecomfort.com and hire me. I am a professional cuddler. For $100 an hour, I will come to your house and I will be either your big spoon or your little spoon. I now know not to give massages and to say no to some things. But with interviews, I've learned the hard way that it's very necessary when going to someone's house you don't know, that's hiring you, just by your picture and just a little blurb about you, that you should screen them and ask them some questions about them before you go there. I go with both men and women, or anyone that wants to, that anyone was willing to pay me the $100 an hour. But I ended up going to a guy's house. I didn't ask him any questions, just went to his house. He lived in the back in this kind of a converted garage, which should be the first thing that I look at. It's maybe being a red flag. But I went into this guy's house, and he immediately got down to his underpants, and he asked me if I'd give him a massage. And I'm easily, you could tell me to do a lot of things, and I'll just do it because I feel bad. And I felt really bad because nothing against anyone that went through the Holocaust, but he looked like he had just come from the Holocaust. He was like a skeleton, and he had all these weird things all over his back. And I put my hands all over him. I just kept thinking, I'm going to make this money. I'm going to make this money. And yeah, it went away, and I'm here now. I'm done. But interviews, they're necessary for the line of work that I do.
CM Gorham. Wow, what a great story. He landed right on 1 minute, 58 seconds. Amazing fielding, Edlow.
So I asked my husband to cuddle me at night. And he goes, I just don't want to touch you because your energy's so toxic.
Oh my God.
Usually people laugh at that, but you guys are obviously very. Anyway, I mean, I may get your info. I mean, that was that. That's great. I love the vulnerability and the honesty and the truthfulness, and I just love the whole thing.
Thank you. I feel like I know you. We've already done the interview, and so whatever you want. As long as it's $100.
Okay, I'll double it.
Wow. Now that's a cuddle. Hello.
I'll film it.
I'll watch it.
Oh, man. Wow.
Danny Zuker, what'd you think?
I mean, wow. I mean, you're cuddling. I've often wanted to pay somebody not to cuddle, like to just can you just roll over and go to the other side of the bed? Like, what does that cost?
It's the same, but sometimes we don't even, there's no physical contact. I just listen to people that just need to.
I'm just talking, because the content of the story, for some reason, is very disturbing to me. But I want to talk about what you really did that I loved, was you ended the story with interviews. That's the interview.
Yeah, I liked it.
Like it was a 5th grade book report.
Yeah.
And I guess you could say,
Totally.
I guess you could say that Jay Gatsby was great. And just like a killer, stuck the landing, take all the points you want. You get enough hugs, I'm not going to hug you. Good job.
That's worth of a round of applause. Peter Mehlman.
See, I thought the end of the story was great because it had a moral.
True.
Interview first. Yeah.
Where does your mother live?
Rhode Island?
Okay. Yeah. So she doesn't have to know about this. She doesn't need. She doesn't need to know.
She doesn't know how to use the internet, so it's okay.
Oh God. Yeah. Mine doesn't either. Boy, Harvey Weinstein looks real that bad.
If you're willing to pay, it's
I love that story. I was a big Raymond Chandler fan, and I just love things about like the unseen and at times underbelly of Los Angeles. There's nothing like it, and I just can't believe like that's a job. Like, do you have an agent for that, or
strictly me? No, not yet.
But don't you work for a cuddle company?
People find me through the cuddle company that I pay $20 a month.
This is what drives me crazy is Big Cuddle. They take this fucking... Big Cuddle takes this cut.
The cuddle cut?
Yeah, the cuddle cut.
I really like that story. I'll tell you, it's got it's picaresque. It's
Yeah.
I don't even know what that word means, but I think it's positive. I like that story a lot.
Okay, CM Gorham. Let him hear it, you guys. CM Gorham. CM Gorham. Great story. All right, you guys, there's only one person left in the can, and I know who it is. It is Ira Rousso. Woo! All right, you guys, let's tell him what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Hey, Sid, I like the lights going off. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Drunk Tank.
Terrifying.
Drunk Tank.
Oh man, I 10 years ago I was bar hopping in New York and I found myself in a rap battle with a complete stranger in the street. And I don't remember much about this story, mostly because I was wasted and the passage of time and all that. But a friend reminded me that it happened, and I had the audacity, the confidence to ask him, how'd I do? And I did not get signed to Bad Boy Records that night. I don't know, like, I like to believe, like, I created a false hypothetical in my head about what happened, like, happened on the corner of Bedford and North 7th in one stop into Williamsburg on the L train, and I like to believe that someone wanted to visit Brooklyn, like some tourist from Missouri wanted to visit Brooklyn for the first time, but thought those streets might be too dangerous. So he got on the train just to get his feet wet, one stop in, and he got off the train to just see this. Just this awkwardly dropping some of the worst bars in history, surrounded by a sea of the most disappointed hipsters. God damn. Another time I got wasted. I was supporting a friend who was a musician, and like somebody after his set kept telling me how good I did, and it became apparent, oh, she thinks I'm him. And I kept trying to correct her, and long story short, she started buying me drinks, so I just gave up, and we ended up making out. I made out with a 20... Oh, all right.
Ira Rousso, that was incredible. Wow, what did you think, Peter Mehlman?
What was the category on that one again?
Drunk Tank. It was Drunk Tank.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah. No, that was very fitting. Who doesn't like a good Brooklyn story? Yeah. This whole thing with, like, white people trying to rap, it always...
Yeah, it did not work out.
Yeah, I mean, I see these, like, rich kids in Pacific Palisades driving in Audi A7s with, like, the heaviest rap going. I just want to say, this is not your experience. But, I really like that story. It's kind of like, what's that Martin Scorsese movie, After Hours?
Oh,
It felt a lot like that movie, like like the chaos of the little. That's the great thing is about the story is it kind of embodies the little chaos that is always New York. It's just constant chaos.
All right, so you get an applause back there for the constant chaos. Yeah. Fielding Edlow.
Yeah, I grew up in New York City, so I felt like it was... first of all, I feel like you just left us all like a very long voicemail. that I'll just replay over and over. It was really... Yeah, and I also love how you just kind of launched into another story halfway through, but it was seamless. So I love your style.
All right.
I feel like there was a soupçon of Shel Silverstein / Reddit thread. I don't know. I was hooked. I'll stop talking. Mazel tov. Way to go. Very entertaining.
There was kind of a this one time at band camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vibe there.
I would say, unlike Fielding, I definitely saw the seam between those two stories. The seam was very pronounced. No, and I admire you. Here's the thing. I could listen to you talk a lot, and I want to more. And yet, you have the story, it's very brave, actually, because a lot of people build stories around a beginning, middle, and end. They have that structure where it builds and it has a twist and it goes left or right. And yours is just straight ahead. It's like fucking jazz.
Danny.
No, you're fucking Charlie Parker up there, just blowing it, man. 2 points.
Ira Rousso, let him hear it. Wow. That was a very exciting second round. And now we're going to put 1 minute on the clock, and you guys have the very difficult decision of putting two names in the story smash can of truth to go on to the third round. And while we are talking, hey, I got something to say. Come on back, June 25th. We'll be right here at the Hollywood Improv. Come on back and check out the show. And as long as we're talking about shows, I know you guys are saying, but how can I get more of Christine Blackburn? Well. You can follow me at the podcast Story Smash. You know, you guys, I have been podcasting now for 12 years. And I have made hundreds of dollars. But I got another show coming up. It's a play. It's called How Did You Get to L.A.? And it's at the Fringe Festival. So come on up, grab yourself a postcard after the show. Jim Coughlin will be happy to pass them out. And now, I think we're ready to go. Danny, was this a hard decision?
It got really ugly. I don't agree with either of these picks. No, I'm kidding. I do.
Okay.
But it was violent.
Fielding, how was the decision making for you?
It was pretty organic, a little bit difficult, but it was a little difficult.
Okay.
But I'm proud of it. I'm proud of our decision.
Okay, proud of the decision. Peter Mehlman, are you proud of the decision?
Yes, I'm very pleased.
Everybody's pleased, and I'm excited to announce the first storyteller, the first contestant coming up for a true 3-minute story, if you can believe that. It is the one and only CM Gorham.
Holy shit.
CM, come on up, brother. All right, you guys, tell him what to do.
Don't let us down.
I love the lights.
They're awesome.
School days. He's working on school days.
First one of the night.
Nice.
When I was 10 years old, 10, I believe that means I was in 4th grade. One day I was out at recess with a bunch of my friends, and boys didn't hang out with the girls. It was always some kind of rivalry kind of thing. And Katie Webster came up to me, and at that age, I had been kicked in the balls before, and I had been kicked in the balls after, but she kicked me in the balls very, very hard. So hard that one of my testicles lodged up inside of me.
Oh.
Yeah. I went to the emergency room. My mom had gotten called. I went to the emergency room, and the doctor said that, yes, we can operate, we can do surgery on you, but it's kind of a natural thing that this will happen. It might be an hour from now. It could be 3 months from now. But eventually, the testicle will fall back down. And it did. I'd say about 2.5 months later, I was playing with some other friends at my friend's house, and I dropped to the ground because almost hearing the sound like, it popped out, and it hurt much more than when it went up. And it was also not a thing that I wanted to tell any of my friends, that my ball was up inside of me, because that would make them make fun of me. So when my ball fell out of myself, I, just had a little quiet time on myself. So that happened. And then fast forward when I was 14 years old in one of my 8th grade dances, I was kind of dancing around doing something and doing a move where I kind of gotten everyone to circle around me. You see that in movies every once in a while. I was feeling really, really good about myself. And then Katie Webster comes up and she kicks my leg out from underneath me. She didn't kick me in the balls or anything. That's fine. She kicked my leg out from underneath me. And I landed with all of my weight on my arm. I got back up. That hurt a little bit. But when I stood up, the friend that was next to me looked over at me, and he looked like he was going to vomit. I was like, what? He was, look at your arm. My arm was so badly broken. I didn't feel it. Maybe it was a shock, or I don't know what it is. But it was so badly broken, it looked like a flipper. So they took me to the emergency room again, and it was so badly broken they were going to have to amputate my arm. It was so badly broken. They put me under, and the last thing I remember is the doctor taking my mother to the side, saying something to her, and she looked back at me and started bawling her eyes out. Katie Webster is now married, and she has 6 children, and I'm not.
That's a great story. CM Gorham. Wow. A great story. Landed at 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Very, very good time. Wow. Go ahead, Danny Zuker.
I'm exhausted. I mean, you're the kind of storyteller, like, I don't know what the next thing you're going to say is going to be, and I'm fairly confident most times it's going to be horrible and actionable. But this story took me on a journey. And that Katie Webster has been such a malignancy in your life. You're not done with her. I know she has 6 kids, but she's coming for you, dude. What a story, man. I really liked it. This is your best of the 3 stories, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, all right. Katie Webster's a bitch, man. That's what I'm saying. And she owes me $10. I don't know what that means. Peter Mehlman.
You really ought to do a deep dive into this Katie's husband. You got to find out what's going on there.
I saw a picture of him, and he looks very miserable, too.
Jeez. You should actually, you might consider even just calling him and,
cuddling him?
He needs your cuddle more than anybody.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
I was thinking, when you said, she kicked you and you went to the emergency room. I was thinking, in that situation, shouldn't there be something even more urgent than in an emergency room?
Yeah.
Another great story with, just, again, like you said, it had everything in it, and you just never know exactly where it's going, which is great. The fact that you came out and said that she was married with, I thought you were going to say something like, she changed her name to Amber Heard, or something.
Ouch.
By the way, I haven't watched 1 second of the trial. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just throwing out a bad joke. Great story. And I love again, a great little kicker at the end.
Yeah, great.
These kickers are just so great.
All right, you guys. Fielding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with my collaborator. Just everything they said. When you hear Katie Webster, you think cunt.
I
right?
think that.
I'm sorry.
Do.
I said it. I know it's an early show. But you had one... when just lodged up inside me. Maybe a memoir title. I don't know, but then just think about it. But then how cuddling healed the trauma. I don't know. Yeah, I'm blown away by you, dude. Like, fantastic story.
All right,
Yeah.
CM Gorham. Let him hear it, you guys. Let him hear it. Way to go. All right, you guys, I hold the final contestant's name in my hand, and I'm going to go like this. Fielding, who's playing the game? Fielding, who's the last contestant?
It is Katya Duft.
Katya Duft. Come on up, Katya. All right, you guys, let's tell her what to do. There she goes. Break up. Break up.
All right.
I'm bracing myself for this.
Finally, story not about my mom. Interesting. What's happening? So I've never had a one-night stand, but I once accidentally had a three-night stand. I was hoping for a relationship, but that just didn't happen. So I still lived in Moscow about 25 years ago. I once went dancing and met this super cute French guy. And we had a date, and then he said, I'll call you, and he never called. So 2 years later, I go to the same nightclub, and here he is. And he's like, oh, hey, so good to see you. Almost like, nothing happened in 2 years. And I said, what happened to you? And he said, hey, I was dating at the time, and I was busy. Sorry, I didn't write to you. It's okay. And still so charming. And I'm like, let's try again. So we go on a couple of dates, and then, of course, I spend the night, and then I spend another night. And before the third night, I'm thinking, damn, maybe it's going to be a relationship. I'm falling in love. Of course, I don't like it that he's smoking. But, otherwise, he's kind of cool. And, of course, I have all this, pictures of a relationship in my head. So anyways, for the third night, we go out, we dance, we have wine. Of course, he smokes, and I'm trying to convince him that smoking is a very bad habit. And he's like, don't make me, stop liking you. Seriously, I will be smoking my whole life. So I sit there thinking, damn, that's kind of a deal breaker, but maybe I can deal with it. So I sit there, kind of thinking, okay, that's fine. Oh, God, if only I knew what was going to happen later that night. So, all the fun stuff was happening. I'm not going to describe it. And around 2 a.m., suddenly somebody starts knocking on the door. Not just knocking, but kind of kicking the door. And let me tell you, it's in downtown Moscow. And Moscow is not like LA, no good and bad neighborhoods. You never know where you get in trouble. So there is a man standing behind the door of the apartment that the French guy was renting, kicking the door and holding a knife and saying, open the door, you bitch, open the door, I will kill you. And in Russian, of course. So the French man calls me to the room and he says, Katya, I don't speak Russian. I think you should deal with this situation yourself. I don't know what's happening. So he locks himself in the bedroom and lets me deal with the situation. And I'm like, oh, great. Of course, I pick up the phone. I call the police. They say, deal with it. It's just one guy. Just tell him to shut up. Russian police are so nice. So, of course, the police don't show up. So I do not open the door. I tell the guy, please go away. There is no bitch here. Maybe I'm a bitch, but I'm not the bitch, So please go away. My friend is renting this apartment. So after about 10 minutes, he leaves. And I start feeling like my crush is dissipating. So next morning, I wake up and I leave and I never see the guy again. So it wasn't a relationship and it was an easy breakup.
Wow, what a story. Katya Duft. Oh my gosh, what a great story.
Holy moly.
Stay with us, Danny Zuker.
That's one of the best stories I've ever heard here. Thank you. Truly, that's amazing. And it's interesting. It's it made me proud to be an American because in America, if you call the police and you're white, they come.
True.
So USA. What a story. Holy fuck, your life and your ability to sort of weave that and get that together. I get why you win all these things. You're great.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job, Peter Mehlman. Peter.
Well, I just want to get one thing straight. There was a fight possibility and the French guy ran away?
This is unheard of.
He surrendered right away.
Jeez.
He locked himself in the bedroom.
Yeah.
How manly of him.
Yeah. He was probably smoking like a chimney in there, too.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I know.
Galois? No. That's a brand of cigarettes. Yeah, of course. Just great story, and we've learning so much about Russia and why you left. And you know what? We're glad to have you here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fielding Edlow. Fielding.
I know. It's like do you have a podcast? Because I would just listen to it all day long.
Oh, maybe I should start one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You don't have a podcast?
Not yet.
Who are you?
Let us launch you tonight.
Is that legal?
Right.
Yeah. It was spectacular. I mean, I love your boundaries of just like, I don't like you smoking. I'd be like, you can blow like your Lucky Strikes in my face. Like, I would follow you anywhere. Like, I just feel like I've learned. The way you comport yourself. And yeah, I mean, you had me at just way to go. Felicitations. I wish we were from the same shtetl, but I don't think we are. Okay.
Katya Duft. Let her hear it, you guys. Katya! All right, you guys. Well, this has been another fantastic round of Story Smash. The winner is going to be announced momentarily. These guys are going to put in the name that they want to win, and after they total their scores, and they're going to put that right there in the Story Smash bucket of truth. You guys, I want to remind you guys that we are back here June 25th, and I'd love you to come back. Our friend Lindsay will be happy to sell you a ticket now. And once again, thank you to Sid in the back. Thanks, Sid. Brian at the bar. Thank you, Brian. And Jim Coughlin down front. And a big applause to all the contestants you saw tonight. Ian, Ira Rousso, Michelle Malizaki, CM Gorham, and Katya Duft. And a big round of applause to the guys behind me, for goodness sake. Danny Zuker, Fielding Edlow, Peter Flippin' Mehlman. All right. I can't wait to find out who's going to win the chocolate chip cookies. Peter, you look deep in thought. How did it go?
Well, it was a quick choice. I was a little slower on it than my two compatriots here because
he was very difficult. There was 12 angry men back here.
I know it was. I mean, we're not on speaking terms.
It got racist weirdly.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like what's going to be going on here.
I'm fatigued
because they were two such great storytellers with two fantastically different styles.
Yeah.
But
like comparing apples and storytellers, really.
Yeah.
Fielding, did you have a good time?
I had the best time.
Awesome. I'm really glad. All right, you guys. The winner of Story Smash tonight is, and by the way, we're going to be in the bar next door. Yeah. Come on over to the bar when you're done here. We're going to be at the bar. And right now, let me bring up the winner tonight. The winner is the one and only Katya Duft. Katya! Come on up, Katya! You are the winner of Story Smash. Katya Duft. All right, one more time on behalf of Danny Zuker, Fielding Edlow, Peter Mehlman. My name is Christine Blackburn. Good night.
Your favorite band's about to play a sold-out show, and you definitely got tickets. And drinks. Now hurry and make it back to your spot. Past this person and that person. About 20 more. Ooh, watch out for feet.
Hey.
Just keep going. A little further. Oh, there's your friend.
Over here.
Right where you want to be. Close enough to see the set list. And they're definitely playing your song. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
Have you ever lifted a piece of furniture and found the carpet underneath looks brand new, while the rest of it looks, well, not brand new? That's when you realize you need new carpeting. At the Home Depot, we have a wide selection of all the top brands. Best of all, we'll install it for you. And even better than best of all, we install it free. So all you need to do is choose from our hundreds of styles and colors. Start your installation today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Minimum purchase of $4.99. Exclusions apply. U.S. only. See store for details.